Welcome to Insights to Opportunity. I'm your host, Carlecia Wright, Director of the Office of Business Opportunity. On today's episode, we celebrate the 2019 City of Houston Champions of Diversity. Joining us in the celebration are some of our winners. Plus, you'll also get to see videos of other winners.
The City of Houston has been incorporated since 1837, but the technology department is relatively new. We were only formed in some capacity in 2002, and over time our organization has grown and become more centralized to where now we're a group of about 205 individuals. We love technology because it is constantly changing. There is never a dull moment in our world. Our purpose in life is to serve and protect and enlighten the citizens of Houston. We do that through technology solutions and sometimes people and process changes. Diversity and inclusion is very important to people who work in the technology sector. Traditionally, we have not been a very diverse industry, and we work very hard because studies show that diversity improves the decisions that are made and increases the creativity and innovation of solutions that are offered. I'd like to thank Director Carlecia Wright and the Office of Business Opportunity Advisory Board for selecting the Houston IT Services Department for this award. We are grateful for your partnership and look forward to many more fruitful endeavors.
Our show, Insights to Opportunity, along with the Office of Business Opportunity, is committed to providing information on contracting opportunities, events, and resources that educate, connect, and grow local, small, minority, and women-owned businesses. We all remember the wide-scale devastation that Hurricane Harvey left behind. In some areas, the damage seemed overwhelming. City of Houston leaders were committed to rebuilding and to doing it quickly and as efficiently as possible. To meet this goal, the city contracted with Tetra Tech, Incorporated, to help manage and organize a cleanup effort. For its work in the wake of Hurricane Harvey and for so much more, Tetra Tech was named the Champions of Diversity in the service category for the year. Joining us to talk about Tetra Tech is its director here in Houston, John Buri. John, welcome to the show.
Thank you, Carlecia. Happy to be here.
So congratulations on your Champions of Diversity.
Thank you very much. We were really excited when we got the news, and word traveled fast within the Houston office as well as our corporate office in California.
So, well, congratulations. Part of the reason why you got the award was the commitment that Tetra Tech showed in partnering with certified minority and women-owned businesses. Can you talk about a little bit about the types of companies and how long you've been doing business with the city?
Sure. We've been doing with the city, our first project was back in 2005, working for the health department. And since that time, our relationship with the city has continued to grow, really culminating following Hurricane Harvey. We've always been a service provider really focused on emergency management and disaster recovery, and have brought in some of those minority and women-owned businesses that specialize in areas that are unique to the disaster recovery process. So it's engineering, that's case managers and doing outreach, that is those accounting firms that can support our mission following these disasters. It's been incredible to work with over a dozen different MWBE companies here in the city of Houston, and has really not only brought local knowledge, but that diverse perspective and those skill sets that you need when you get a disaster as complex as Hurricane Harvey.
No, that's really great. I think that one of the biggest things and one of the commitments that Mayor Turner has is building capacity, and so creating meaningful relationships. And so, like you said, how many companies have you partnered with?
Over a dozen.
A dozen?
Over a dozen companies, and these companies are here locally but have also worked with us in other disasters across the nation. We are doing work in Puerto Rico as well as California, South Carolina, and Florida following the 2017 and 2018 disasters. And even before then, in places like Colorado and in Oklahoma, we've worked with the companies that we've built relationships here in the Houston area, and like you said, have continued to help build their capacity where they are pursuing other disaster recovery work, because it really is a national issue. and we have that capacity here in Houston.
Well, congratulations so much for that. So talk a little bit just about, you're a global company. You talked about disasters. So tell us a little bit more about Tetra Tech.
Tetra Tech is a worldwide engineering and program management firm, really specializing in areas like water, solid waste, and other natural resources like energy. Our disaster recovery group really focuses on supporting public sector clients here throughout the United States. And again, most recently, we're working in places like California following the devastating wildfires, and Puerto Rico as well. Tetra Tech has supported the city in the Houston Public Works on some of the engineering projects and the water and wastewater infrastructure, which is really our specialty. Mm-hmm. We also have structural firms, structural engineering firms down in the South Pacific and the Pacific Islands, as well as in Canada, where over nearly 50% of our staff is located.
Wow, so it's a really big global company. And so what would you say your footprint? Is a majority of your headquarters in Houston, or you're just a global company and so you guys are spread out all over?
Here in Houston, we have a focus on oil and gas and civil engineering, as well as disaster recovery, which represents a lot of the fabric of the city of Houston as mm-hmm. well. Our main headquarters for our operation is in Pasadena, California, and our City of Houston operation is close to 250 people.
So John, talk about, are there any specific companies where you saw them grow over the years? You've been with the city since 2005.
Mm-hmm. Two in particular that I can think of: TLC Engineering and Impact Strategic Consulting. Those two firms have really adopted and focused on disaster recovery and are now partnering with us, as well as working in their own space after disasters in the FEMA public assistance space, as well as the HUD Community Development Block Grant. They really took a step forward, a leap forward after Superstorm Sandy up in the Northeast, mm-hmm. where now you see a lot more. And again, these firms had started and partnered with us, now getting prime contracts and then partnering with other firms as well. So we're really excited to see that.
Oh wow, so you've got some superstars that you guys have been working with, they're building capacity and they're going after prime contracts.
Absolutely, yeah.
And so are they coming back and partnering with you?
Yes, in fact, we do a lot of flip-flopping, if you will, where mm-hmm. if they have a business case or an opportunity where they are the prime and they want to bring us in as a subcontractor to them, we always are able to do that. Whether or not we have a special niche or a certain element that we bring to the team, we're always happy to do that.
And so what's the work coming up? Will Tetra Tech have any opportunities in the coming years, or is it just contingent on a disaster happening, which we don't want a disaster to happen in Houston, but what's next for Tetra Tech over the next couple years?
It's really a focus on mitigation and resilience, building back better. That's one of the areas that is receiving a lot of attention by the federal government, as well as the state government that's in session right now, is focusing on getting those funds down to Houston, and so that's what we're going to focus on.
Okay, so building more resilience.
Yes, absolutely.
So the mayor always talks about building resiliency
mm-hmm.
and building for it. So thank you so much, John, for coming on the show today.
Thank you, Director Wright.
So we'll learn more about the opportunities with minority and women-owned businesses here in Houston and what Tetra Tech has coming up.
BL Technology has been in business since 1974. BL Technology does process automation, controls, facility automation, and security and fire systems. We love what we do. We can work with our clients to help them provide what they need for their processes. After 9/11, BL Technology was approached by the City of Houston to look into solutions for keeping our water system safe, and that is when our security department was born. As you know, the City of Houston is a melting pot of diversity, and so is BL Technology. We have a very diverse, multicultural company, and we are committed to diversity and inclusion. It has been an honor to work with the MWBE program, OBO, and Houston First. They've opened up opportunities for us to work with other MWBE companies, and it's been a lot of fun. And I want to thank the MWBE program, OBO, for this award. Thank you.
For small business owners, the Office of Business Opportunity Solution Center is a resource provided by the City of Houston for entrepreneurs. This resource center provides no-cost programs and services that will help small business owners thrive in today's competitive business environment. Services such as permit and license information, Hire Houston First designation, business resource guides, and financial assistance referrals are just a few of the services offered for established and aspiring entrepreneurs. The Office of Business Opportunity Solution Center is committed to promoting business development in the Houston region. Follow us on Facebook and Twitter for the most up-to-date information on workshops, events, and local business information.
The Parsons Corporation will celebrate 75 years of success this year. We have more than 15,000 employees engaged in 5,000 projects within 29 countries. I'd like to thank Parsons for giving me 30 years plus of freedom for creating dynamic teams. I'd like to thank the Houston Airport System for letting me join the team 19 months ago. And most of all, I'd like to thank the City of Houston's Office of Business Opportunity for recognizing Parsons H.J. Russell for this prestigious award.
Welcome back to the show. Resicom Incorporated was started in 1991 by two entrepreneurs with degrees in architecture. They took their experience in general contracting to grow the company into a multi-million-dollar venture. Yet there is no job that is too big or too small for Resicom. Its portfolio ranges from single-family homes to work on college campuses. Joining us to celebrate its award for Certified Prime Construction Contractor of the Year is Resicom's president, Ike Anya. Ike, thank you so much for coming on the show.
Thank you for having me.
So it's so great to see you. You looked lovely. You and your wife looked lovely at the event. And
well,
so,
thank you.
How did you feel when you found out that you were the champions of diversity for 2019?
The feeling was incredible. You know, in construction, hardly anybody acknowledges what you do. So when somebody acknowledges and recognizes that you are contributing, it's usually very, very interesting. So everybody was excited in the office. As a matter of fact, we were just waiting for the opportunity to come see you guys here in downtown.
Oh, well, thank you so much. Well, congratulations. The work that you've done for the city. Now, you're working, you work, again, from single-family homes to college campuses. Talk about your work with the City of Houston and how it's grown over time.
Well, we started with City more than 20 years ago, as a matter of fact. At that time, we were just doing smaller jobs. Prior to that, we actually started with renovating homes, single-family homes for elderly parents, elderly families. Working with the Houston Area Urban League, Sheltering Arms, and then from there graduated to working with City of Houston, the Public Works, and other cities around, including Metro. But City has been the main client of ours for many years. We've done multiple jobs with City of Houston over this number of years.
And so one of the reasons why you were named an honoree for Champions of Diversity is your commitment to not just your success as a minority and woman-owned business, but the success of other companies. You're bringing other companies along. Talk about what Resicom, why that's the case for Resicom.
Well, it's very simple. We started this business right out of school. We graduated from school, worked a few years with other companies, and then started with almost nothing, you know, building the business from scratch. We know how difficult it is. So when you're in a position to help other people along, I see no problem with that. As a matter of fact, we've made that we've made a point of duty at Resicom Inc. to include minorities and women-owned businesses every time we get an opportunity to do a project, even projects that do not require any commitment, any goal-oriented commitment. Projects that we get outside City of Houston, we invite our minority-owned businesses and women-owned businesses to participate in those opportunities too. So that's how committed we are, you know, just giving our background and how we started.
Yeah, no, that's amazing. And so you're the president of the company. You were founded. Are you still with your original founding partner? Can you talk about that?
Well, I founded the business with my wife, and the business has been in the family ever since. We have never changed hands, so it's still with the same people that founded the business. So I guess it helped a great deal to have a strong woman. You know how that is. So while I was starting the business, my wife was working with government establishments, you know, so to support our family at that point. So the business started growing, and then we started having family, and decided that she would quit working with other companies and then merge into the company and work with me. So she's been working so hard to make this thing a success.
Yeah, and I've met her, and so she is definitely a partner
yes, indeed.
in the company with
yes.
expertise, and so it's really great to see. Not only are you a minority woman-owned business, but you're a family-owned business.
Yes, we are.
And
yes.
so, talk about, so you said that you've been working with Houston Public Works. Talk about the types of projects that Resicom works on, what your specialty is.
Well, because of our background, which is, I have a bachelor's degree in construction, master's in architecture. My wife has a bachelor in architecture and master's degree in architecture. So actually we met during our graduate degree program at the University of Houston. So given that diverse background, we basically can really do any project. And if you look at our portfolio, you can see that we've done so many parks for City of Houston. Including the splash pad where you see young kids playing underwater, spraying out. We've done all that, pools, buildings. We do a lot of civil work, which includes concrete work, underground utilities, water distribution system, sanitary and collection and disposal system. So we are all over the place. Any project we think that we might be able to make some money out of, we usually are able to handle it given our background. So we're not really focused on just one item, you know, because the problem with that is that if there's no project coming out of that, you don't have anything to do. So.
Now, so were you always a big contractor? You guys started in 1991. What would you tell the aspiring construction company that deals with challenges?
Well, we were not a big company at the beginning. Like I said earlier, we started with very small projects. At that time, it was $5,000 projects, $10,000 projects. So when we graduated from school, we didn't have any money to start big projects, and we didn't have access to capital like some people, you know, did while they were starting businesses. So. It was small. The most important thing is to be consistent, be persistent, and if you do get a job, deliver the job. That's the most important thing. You know, if you deliver the job for a contractor, they will call you next time. That's the magic one about success in construction. Just deliver the project when you get it. Yes.
Deliver the project when you get it.
Deliver the project for the contractor when you get it. The contractor will call you again. The bottom line is that the contractor is under the gun of finishing the job within a specific period of time. And if you can do it right and do it the first time, the contractor will be forced to call you next time.
And you've been certified for how long, and how has the certification helped you over time?
Well, the certification has helped in the sense that since I'm a prime, I don't really work mostly with other general contractors. But just to be certified and then being close to the process, the OBO, and then seeing what they're doing and then helping in that way, and also helping ourselves. Because again, when you give a subcontractors opportunity, they're helping you get the job delivered on time. You know, you're making money, they're making money, and then their family is growing, and that makes for a better society.
And so you're a prime. You don't need you don't need certification. to be a prime contractor, but you still find value and it connects you to the organization.
It connects me to the organization. It connects me to the city of Houston. Then I keep closer watch on what is happening because your mission, OBO's mission is actually our mission. Again, we started small. It's very important that you help others. It makes for a better society.
Well, thank you so much, Ike, for coming on the show and sharing your story.
Thank you very much.
Up next, learn who else took home a 2019 Champions of Diversity Award and meet other winners in the service category.
NetSync Network Solutions has been in business since 2002. Our company started with public sector in Houston, Texas. We love doing public sector work. We love working with City of Houston to provide technology and business solutions that's right for their business model. I do want to thank the OBO and the entire advisory board for this award. I really appreciate everything you do, and thank you.
The Houston MBDA Business Center, operated by Houston Community College, has been in business since November 2013. The Minority Business Development Agency was established in 1969. We are a federal program that assists minority-owned businesses with access to capital, access to contracts, and we provide business consulting services. We do this to fulfill the terms of our contract with the Department of Commerce and because it's our passion. We have the privilege of working with minority-owned entrepreneurs whom we might not have met had it not been for our program and the services it provides. We wish to thank the Office of Business Opportunity for nominating us for this award, and we appreciate the recognition.
I'm a Harris County Commissioner. I'm one of 5 people on the governing board for the county. It's a fairly large county. We're larger than 26 states, population a little under 5 million people. The City of Houston Office of Business Opportunity is really a model for the rest of the country. It has grown, it has developed. They have learned from mistakes of the past, and it's really a model for us to look at in the region and not try and duplicate what they do. See to what extent we can share services and pool resources so we can continue on this path of being successful.
Houston Waterworks team is a joint venture between CH2M Jacobs and CDM Smith, formed about 4 years ago to execute the Northeast Water Purification Plant expansion project. The two firms have been in business for over 60 years. We design and build infrastructure projects such as airports, roads, manufacturing facilities, and drinking water treatment plants. And we do this because we improve the lives of the public, and we take great pride in those projects. I want to thank the City of Houston OBO Advisory Board for this award. We're honored to be able to deliver this project, and certainly honored to be recognized as Prime Contractor of the Year.
Studies show that there are few women in the field of construction, and the numbers show that there are even fewer women who own construction companies. That's one of the reasons that makes BL Technology Incorporated, also known as BLTI, so unique. Its president and owner is Ms. Deborah Lee, and her son Robert is joining us to discuss BLTI's story and its award of the City of Houston's Champion of Diversity in the service category for prime contractors and minority and women prime contractors. Robert is the Vice President of Sales and Marketing at BLTI. Robert, welcome to the show.
Thank you very much. I'm very excited to be here.
So talk about what happened when your mom and the family found out that you were the 2019 Champion of Diversity.
We were extremely excited. It was very difficult to hold back from the company until after we received the award, but there was a lot of excitement and couldn't wait to be able to announce it.
So talk about what it's like to work with your mother. She's a woman in construction. Talk about that experience, just growing up, and now you've joined the company.
Yes, she is. She is an extremely strong woman to do what she does. The construction industry is difficult as it is, but to be a woman in that business is a challenge at times, and she goes through it with no problem.
And so you work in the company, so it's a family-owned business, right?
It is. Family is extremely important to the company. As a matter of fact, we consider the entire company our family, beyond the blood family. We try to bring everyone up into the company, give everyone opportunities, and treat everyone like family as we would our own.
So Robert, one of the things that your mother talked about in her acceptance video for Champions of Diversity was she said that BLTI represented Houston. What did she mean by that?
So the city of Houston is extremely diverse city, and because of that, we bring people in from all ethnicities, all different types of orientations, and we find that they all bring something to the table. Everybody in the company has equally brought their expertise, their professionalism, and their knowledge to create our company for what it is. We would not be able to be in this business without being as diverse as we are because of the expertise that they have brought.
That's wonderful. So, Robert, what does BL Technology do?
BL Technology is a integration and controls company, along with doing security and fire alarm. We started out in the business building control panels, and that quickly converted into integrating complete systems. The city eventually came to us back after 9/11 and asked us to look into the possibility of doing security work at the water and wastewater facilities, which we were very excited to be able to accommodate, and that naturally led us to moving into the fire alarm business as well.
Oh wow, so that's amazing. So you guys have been doing business with the city for how long?
It's been over 35 years we've been doing business with the city.
Oh, that's wonderful. And so you've grown to serve as a prime contractor. What are some of the city departments that you work on and some of the projects that you guys are working on now?
We work with the operations department, water wastewater division, along with the security division of the city.
And so, what are some of what are some of the tips that you or your mother would provide if she were here to other small businesses that are aspiring to be champions of diversity?
Really, just need to be persistent. Do what you do it well. Everybody has something to offer. I think everyone needs to find their place and what that is. And once you do that, it's very easy if you love what you do to do it well. There's many opportunities within the city of Houston. The city of Houston is excellent with working with companies and to help bring those opportunities, not only directly from the city, but to work with other contractors, other companies, to try to work with minority and women-owned businesses as well. So the opportunities are there. It's just a matter of being persistent and reaching out and finding those opportunities and closing them.
Well, thank you so much, Robert, for coming on the show and giving those tips.
Thank you very much.
Good. Once again, congratulations to all of our 2019 Champions of Diversity. That's our show for today. Please join us next time to learn more about opportunities with the City of Houston and across our great city on Insight to Opportunity. And to learn even more about opportunities, follow us on Facebook, Twitter, and Instagram. Just search for @HoustonOBO.